Imagine walking into a house where doors open into brick walls, staircases climb upward only to stop at the ceiling, and hallways twist and turn like an endless maze. A house where silence feels alive, and shadows seem to follow you. This is not the set of a horror movie. This is a real place. A place known as the Winchester Mystery House. And tonight, we step inside its walls to uncover the strange story, the chilling legends, and the dark mysteries that still haunt it to this day. Located in San Jose, California, the Winchester Mystery House is one of the most bizarre mansions in the world. Its beauty is undeniable: ornate woodwork, stained glass windows, Victorian elegance. But behind that beauty lies something darker. The story begins with Sarah Winchester, the widow of William Winchester, heir to the Winchester rifle fortune. The Winchester rifle, often called the gun that won the West, made the family enormously wealthy, but also claimed countless lives in wars, battles, and crimes. After the death of her infant daughter and later her husband in 1881, Sarah fell into deep grief. Legend says she sought guidance from a spiritual medium. The medium told her that her family was cursed, haunted by the spirits of all those who had been killed by Winchester rifles. The only way to protect herself, the medium claimed, was to build a house. But not just any house. She must build continuously, never stopping. Because if the hammers ever fell silent, the spirits would claim her too. And so began one of the strangest construction projects in American history. For 38 years, construction never stopped. Day and night, Sarah Winchester hired crews to build, tear down, and rebuild parts of the mansion. At its height, the mansion had over 160 rooms, 40 staircases, 2,000 doors, and over 10,000 windows. But what makes it unsettling is the way it was built. There was no blueprint, no master plan, just constant changes and bizarre additions. Doors that open into walls, windows placed inside rooms, a staircase that rises 7 levels, but leads straight into a ceiling. Secret passageways where servants could move unseen. It was less a house and more a labyrinth, designed, some believe, to confuse the spirits that followed her. Why would Sarah build such a place? Some say she was terrified of ghosts. That every odd staircase, every sealed door, every hidden hallway was built to trap wandering spirits inside her home. Others believe the construction was Sarah's way of communicating with the dead. There are stories that she held nightly seances in the seance room, a small, secret chamber at the heart of the mansion. Here, she allegedly consulted spirits for advice on what to build next. Visitors and workers over the years have reported eerie experiences. The sound of footsteps in empty hallways, cold drafts in sealed rooms, doorknobs turning by themselves, and the apparition of a woman in black, believed to be Sarah herself. Even today, paranormal investigators flock to the Winchester house, calling it one of the most haunted locations in America. But not everyone agrees with the ghost stories. Some historians argue that Sarah was not a terrified widow, but rather a woman ahead of her time. She was incredibly wealthy, but also deeply private. Constant construction may have been her way of coping with grief, keeping herself busy, building a world she could control when everything else in her life felt cursed. Some even believe she was an architectural genius, experimenting with new designs, sustainable construction, and earthquake-resistant foundations. After all, the house survived the devastating 1906 San Francisco earthquake when many buildings around it collapsed. Perhaps Sarah wasn't running from spirits. Perhaps she was building a masterpiece the world would never understand. When Sarah Winchester died in 1922, construction stopped instantly. Workers simply put down their tools and walked away. The house was left in its bizarre, unfinished state. Today, it stands as both a tourist attraction and a mystery. Was it truly built under the guidance of spirits? Or was it the product of a grieving woman's obsession? Whatever the truth, the Winchester Mystery House remains a monument to fear, imagination, and the unknown. The Winchester Mystery House is more than just walls and staircases. It's a story carved into wood and stone. A story of grief, fear, and unanswered questions. Some call it haunted. Others call it madness. But one thing is certain. Inside these halls, the line between the living and the dead has never been so thin. Backhand index pointing right. What do you think? Was Sarah Winchester cursed? Or was she simply misunderstood? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next time as we uncover the chilling secrets of the most haunted hotels in America. If you dare.